I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
Tuba? And I was like, is that what happens when you put a chode in a tuba?
Well, we can ask Goody and find out.
Or is it like chewy? It's like, I was going to say smoke in a tuba, and I realized that you don't smoke a tuba, surprisingly. You play a tuba.
Milk, make an announcement. Milk, make an announcement. Milk, make an announcement.
Can you vape a tuba?
Yes.
I think that's what happens when you play the tuba, but you have like a bunch of vape smoke, so it just comes out of it.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have a quick request.
Yes.
Could somebody please say turn down for what?
Turn down for what? Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right.
This is a good day.
Man, that was, oh god, what year was that meme? Was that 2013?
Something like
Ah,
that.
God,
I think it was
That
15.
meme is 5 years old!
This is the last meme I practiced.
Oh god, if only you could do Careless Whisper on the tuba.
Actually, hold up a second. Let me see if
Whoa!
I think it's an F. I'm gonna mute myself while I figure this out real quick.
Oh no.
When mom isn't home.
We're supposed to start the interview, and instead we're just like fucking around with the tuba. This is the best.
Can you do that one meme song of when mom isn't home?
Oh, that.
Oh, I get that meme.
That one. Yeah. I can't imitate a tuba. I won't try.
Oh, what do you say, folks?
Or a
Should we jump into this? We're online. We got people.
Well, it's because Goody's busy, aren't you, Goody? An effort was made.
No, that's perfect. Oh, now you got requests. You're getting requests in the chat now for tuba. Oh no, let's do
this right now. We can't. We gotta start. We gotta.
All
start.
right, let's jump. You know, I'm gonna leave all this in the video. I'm just gonna.
Sure,
okay.
but Lita, do the counting anyway. Otherwise, you're just being a sack of shit again. So come on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flam screaming noise. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar gets lower every single week. This week, your bartenders for today will be a non-pencil.
Let's just get drunk, kids. It's time.
Bear milk.
Lewd.
Enigmatic otaku.
The time has come, and so have I.
And the USS Ravage.
I got hit by a car yesterday.
Oh, fuck.
You did too. We talked about it. Anyway.
Oh, and just like every other week on our community podcast, we got a special guest. This is one that has been requested. He's well known in the VA circles. He probably has helped you enjoy pony videos, at least a little bit. We have the wonderful GutiuSerenade.
I fell down the stairs on the way here. I hope this is worth it.
Well, the good news is that we have insurance.
Hello, beautiful people. I'm fairly glad to be here.
The pressure.
For those who have not tuned in before, welcome. I'm looking at you, ASM Arsonist. We are a community-driven podcast where you ask for the guests, we ask them politely, gently to come on, then you ask the questions and we make them miserable for 2 hours. Just like every other week, we have a drinking excuse, or aka a drinking word. Whenever you hear the word the booty, be sure to have a wonderful drink. The booty, or booty, whatever, yeah. You can check out previous instances of the podcast on places like YouTube, iTunes, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, and of course, we're live right now on Twitch, so if you have any questions, be sure to throw them into the stream chat. The lovely Anon Pencil will be watching for your questions. Anon Pencil, my dear, what sort of questions will we not be asking our guest?
Don't ask about religion. Don't ask about politics. Don't try to start drama. I really don't give a shit. I have zero tolerance for you fuckheads today. Give it a shot. See what I do. There's a band hammer, and I will fucking swing it. On the other hand, Goody's a kind of pretty cool dude. So you know that question? You know that question? That question? Yeah? Go ahead. I'll ask it. Up there it is. It's there. The question is there. Priest, would you like to ask the question that everybody always asks to start with?
It's all you.
All right.
This is your question.
Our viewers always ask this question, and here it is. Goody,
right.
How big is your dick?
I came prepared for this question.
Excellent.
Let me see here.
Girls appreciate a prepared man.
Wait a second, are you measuring it while you're sitting here?
I told you I came prepared.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
Now, are you measuring yourself flaccid or erect?
Give me 10 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, my God.
I don't have a ruler with me, but I have an iPhone 6S. It's about that length, plus thickness.
Nice.
It's the thickness of an iPhone?
No, it's the length of one plus it has.
So it's like a half an inch thick, maybe.
No, God.
The Goody booty be thick. Anyway,
Yeah, that's where the specialization comes in for me, I think.
So let's get a little house cleaning out of the way and ask you, get this, actual interview questions. Okay?
All right.
So let's start at the top. Goody, who are you and what do you do for the fandom?
Well, to reintroduce, I'm GutiuSerenade, otherwise known as Goody or Goody Booty. Lift your drinks.
Scotch.
Di-Serona on the rocks.
Oh.
And I do a lot of story narrations and some VA work in the fandom, sing whatnot here and there. When I feel like when I feel like those very rare moments that I don't suck at it. I got into audio productions back when I was in college. The way it all kind of started off, let's see, we have 2 hours? I'm going to try and keep this rather short then. When I was in high school, my friends and I did a lot of like home movies type stuff, like little skits and whatnot. And that kind of got me into wanting to get into the field of, creating stuff. And I thought, I was always the cameraman, so maybe I'll get into video editing. However, that didn't exactly lift off for me because there was my school that I went to had such a news emphasis that I didn't exactly have the freedom that I was hoping for at the time.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if that was the major that I wanted because I was a broadcasting major, and the major was divided into two in that one semester. The first half was video. The second half was audio. I can't tell you why it went in that direction because you kind of need one for the other. When we got into the audio portion, that's when I really started to shine because I kind of discovered that there's a real with audio, there's like a certain theatric you can put to things. You can, I found a perfect balance between being able to do stuff between what you see on a movie or what you would read in a book. A book makes you everything yourself. The audio adaptation is that halfway point before giving you that forced image of what characters or individuals or places look like and whatnot. So I found that as my real comfort zone for conveying story and story building. My last year in school, I got the chance to explore that creativity. I wrote some skits, and the production I made actually won. It actually won the grand prize overall at the National Broadcasting Convention in L.A. I think it was either L.A. or Vegas this one year. In the entire nation, it got grand prize overall this year. Not this year, but the year that I had after I produced it.
That year, yeah.
Yes. Now, funny story, I wasn't told about this until the year after I graduated.
Oh
because
God!
it was submitted the year after I graduated, and I never even got the plaque for it.
What the shit?
I know my school's got it on display. It's like, you know what? If you want to look good, that's fine. I paid off all my loans to you guys. You can do whatever you want with it. So I was a little miffed at first, but I felt really silly because when I was looking up what another prize I won was, I got that the year before, I was in the year after, like the time that I had actually graduated, I got second place regional in St. Louis. And so I was looking up this prize. I didn't remember what it was called, so I had to Google myself. I hated the idea. I need to Google myself. Fuck. So I did that, and that's when I discovered this grand prize in Vegas or wherever it was. I was like, what the fuck is this? Why didn't anybody tell me about this? Because I was trying to build a resume for a radio job.
Yeah.
So funny thing is, my mom found out, and she wrote an interesting letter to the dean about this when not informing. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. I don't care if you get mad at her or not. I'm putting this on the resume. And it's actually it was basically what it was is like a series of like skits, kind of like combined like the old world radio skits from like the 30s and stuff you would hear, but just kind of a more modern twist to them.
Right.
And it was so much fun because I got to bring in friends from like the music department, the theater department, apply my own music. The world for this was my oyster. And by the time I graduated, I realized, fucking hell, there is no outlet for me to do this for. I did this for grades and an award to put on my resume, but it was so much damn fun, but there is no career field out there for this. So fast forward a few years after I graduate, I'm kind of lurking in the fandom a little bit. I have by that point, season 1 was done. By the time I was really into the show, season 2 was just about 2 months away. So I'm starting to learn about I meet some some fellow brony friends, if you want to call them whatever you want. And we hung out for like a very good while. And I kind of was getting some of them showed me, YouTube creators that were like reading stories and stuff. And I was like, and at the time I was also into Mr. Creepypasta because I've always been an avid horror fan.
Of course. We're gonna be good friends.
And yeah. And I thought to myself, I can do this. Holy shit, I can do this. I just need to figure out what to do a video thing. So I got my booty and gear, drink.
Hey.
And I tried sampling things a little bit. I started auditioning for projects. I started networking around fandom and whatnot. And I kind of bounced from group to group. I got to know folks over a while. I eventually started working with like Bogout Bronies, which did the Know Your Mayor series. I was actually kind of an admin for their group for a little while. And after that, I made an audition for Scribbler's No Place Like Home play, and I was already working with her a little through some BB stuff. And eventually, I through just networking through there, I met. Man, I'm really glad we didn't make the drinking word, by the way, because we're at like 50 by now.
We've been there. No worries.
Yeah. So through there, I met folks like the Lost Narrator and Emo Gak and all sorts of others, and just started. I wanted to be more consistent, with my own stuff, because I needed my own outlet to create things of my own accord. So it was at that point, it was several years after college. I just got into it. I started recording stuff that I liked and that I liked reading, recruited VAs like I did back in school, and just treated it like I started treating it like a business.
Right.
It's not my job. This YouTubing thing is not my job, but I treated it like a job in order to, get the results that I wanted. So I started, doing what they suggest, collabing with various people, just getting out there and being confident, staying consistent, being this one's kind of big in the fandom that I know people won't often think of it, but believing in yourself that the stuff that you're doing can be liked so long as you put pour your heart and soul into it, just like I did with my stuff back in college. And one thing led to another, and I'm kind of here I am today. I just stayed consistent with something that's always been a passion to me. That production and creating stuff like this, like my YouTube channel, is as passionate to me as it is to my music. It's just one of those things that you find something you love, you stay with it, and it's never going to go away so long as it stays in your heart.
Beautiful. Well said. Okay, so then the next question is usually how did you get into the fandom? But it honestly sounds like you were already kind of I don't want to say it. You were experienced in internet culture, and you had a wide array of different influences you could choose from. So I'm going to change it to why ponies?
Well, I'm going to start off by saying that I'm kind of a social butterfly in a lot of ways, but I lean a lot towards like nerddom and stuff and like internet culture. And I really started to drift towards that. My years in college, I was either, especially my fifth year, I could either be out partying at the clubs one night and the next night be in playing video games all night with one of my tuba buddies.
Right.
And those nights it was just filled with fucking video games and memes and just absolute horse shit. And those, come to think of it, I think I had a lot more fun with those, reflecting on it. And that kind of lingered among some of my internet culture friends after I graduated. And my friend, a friend of mine IRL, showed me some rather. I was working at Bed Bath & Beyond one year, and sometimes it would turn that for a year and a half or so, and it went from working at 6 a.m. to getting out at like 10 a.m. or noon or so, sometimes 2 p.m. And you don't have any energy to do anything the rest of the fucking day with that kind of schedule. So I'd come home, watch shit on Netflix and nap, and look at fucking memes and shit. It's one forum I frequented. One of the shit posters was posting a lot of like random pony stuff. I'm like, what the hell is all this? At the time, he was getting a lot of flack for it by other forum goers because, it's pony, blah, blah, blah. You must be a fucking faggot, so on and so forth.
Right.
But so I thought, oh, this is just weird internet culture. I don't see, I'll just let them be them. But then my IRL friend came over once and said, hey, Goody, have you watched My Little Pony yet? I'm like, I look and I'm like, pardonnez-moi? He said, no, My Little Pony, it's really good. I say, okay, whatever you say. Like, I wasn't giving him, I wasn't like doubting him or anything, because thinking from what he said to what I saw in this forum, my thought process on Pony was, if internet culture is going crazy over it and seriously saying that it's how much they enjoy it, it's gotta be good for a reason, right?
Right.
So the other thing that occurred to me, Avatar was pretty big around the time Pony started, and I thought, I know a lot of people my age who were really into Avatar and Legend of Korra. So I was aware that animated shows were making like a big comeback around 2010, 2011. So one of my boring days off from Bed Bath, I sit down, and being someone I took classes in like writing stories, like fiction works and shows and stuff. My final project for one of my classes, my final semester in school, was like writing a script. It was like the class was split into two halves. One class would write a drama, the other half would write a comedy. I was in the comedy group, and the way it worked was we would develop a show, and then our quote unquote final for the year was each person in the group produces an episode for a full script for the show, about like 40 or 50 pages, and then that's a season. 13 students, one episode for each for a season. So I had a lot of experience with, like writing for shows and character creation. So when I was watching the first two episodes, I thought, this is actually I finished the first episode and I thought, oh, that's a cliffhanger. Guess I gotta see the resolution. So I
Right.
finish it, and I think, wow, this was really well done. I wonder where that was a great setup for this show. Wonder where it's gonna go next. I gotta find out. So I watched Ticketmaster. I could kind of see where I had my own predictions as to where episodes would go, because it's a show for children. Of course, I'm going to be able to predict some certain aspects of it.
Right.
But it's the way that it's conveyed that was so amazing. It wasn't like the pony that I was so to when I was like 5 or 6. No, this was like with like developed characters with histories and goals and ambitions and faults and problems that they overcome over time, lessons that they learn. So this would intrigue me the most, because just the fact that there's a show like that can reach out to an older audience, i.e., intended to, for parents to be able to sit down and watch, but not too far as to watch. As me a quick sidebar. My cousins were over for Easter, and they wanted to watch the Angry Birds movie.
Uh-huh.
And one of the characters said, "Pluck my life," and I was like, "What?" I looked at my aunt, and I was like, "Did you just hear that shit?" So, getting back to the pony situation, I found it really fascinating that people were writing for a full demographic of an audience to be able to enjoy. And that's kind of what hooked me on. And I was like, well, I gotta see what happens next. And what do you know? John Delancey appears next season. Like, well, goddamn, these people are out of their minds. So I've been kind of, even though I've only seen like halfway through season 6 at present. That I was, it kept me, definitely, it was definitely a hook, line, and sinker for me.
Cool.
So, very, very crazy just how, just explaining to it, just kind of crazy how things have gone, just how the road that I've come down now that I'm thinking back on it. It's not one of those things that, just pause and reflect on all the time. So it was, yeah.
All right. Well, still, though, it's cool to kind of see where people come from.
Mhm.
We're going to move our booty on down to the last actual interview question. We try to, stay nice and stay gentle, but we lied. We're going to get political. We're going to ruin some friendships. That's it. You're on the spot now, Goody. Who is best pony?
Main 6 rarity, but otherwise Octavia.
Oh, no.
Yes, Octavia.
What
Damn
have we
it.
done?
God
What happened?
damn it. You agreed with Enigma on something. Now he thinks he has power.
Now I should no. What's worse is now I think I have friends.
Fuck. Okay, we need to squash that as soon as possible. All right. Let's go on to some questions that actually let us get to know Goody as a horrible human being, shall we?
It's true. We're going to jump out to our thread on Fanfiction. As a reminder, you got questions, we got a Twitch. Put them out there. The non-pencil will field them. We're going to start with...
I like it.
the one, the only unknown pencil.
Yes, I'm not Pencils. I'm not Pencils. Please don't make that mistake. Pencils is actually a good artist. It's okay.
All right. We're going to go to Rundown Jet, our resident hated Canadian. So let's start with number 1. What is your favorite meal, snack, or food stuff that is just so unhealthy, but so good?
So unhealthy, but so good. See, okay, I live in the Midwest, and so we kind of have this habit of frying everything or put too many patties on one burger.
Yes.
So,
we eat our feelings.
Yeah, it's true. God,
Have you ever had a wake-up call?
What's a wake-up call?
A wake-up call is a hamburger patty with cheese, bacon, and egg, hash browns, all between 2 pieces of buttered pan-fried Texas toast. It's delicious.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, like a morning burger.
Pretty much,
That does
yeah.
sound good.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh, you picked the wrong person. I work in radio, and sometimes I use my voice for advertising stuff, so...
I make sex noises about food, so don't even worry.
Oh, honey. Picture a big, delicious bacon cheeseburger. Oh, yeah. Okay,
I'm uncomfortable!
Did you just redefine food porn?
Oh, yeah. All right,
Hello,
okay.
And
Priest?
welcome
All right,
to
me
the
think here,
Barcast.
Oh, God.
So we had this there's this local place called, well, I can't say what it's called obviously, but it's located on on a local university campus. And before they started to just go with more generic type food, they did not give a fuck about how unhealthy their goddamn meals were. They had this this sandwich called the kitchen sink. The kitchen sink, my friends, was a foot-long sandwich consisting of chicken strips, mozzarella sticks, half-pound of bacon, nacho cheese, and chili.
Oh, that sounds good.
I thought okay, when you said
Stop
cheese,
fapping, Priest!
no, when you said cheese, I thought you meant cheech, and the sandwich is also gonna have chong.
Wow.
Oh my God, Enigma, why are you so garbage?
Oh, wait, so you mean like drizzled in like weed or something, or?
That would ruin it!
Okay, so what else is something? There's a local burger joint that has something called the Kraken, which is basically a grilled cheese sandwich between a triple cheeseburger of sorts. There's bacon between the grilled cheese and the burger.
Oh.
And I have a recipe for. Actually, I did a couple summers ago. I did this thing called slow jam recipes.
Ooh.
And I did. Okay, so this thinking back on, I kind of still wonder to this day, was that a good idea for a video? What happened was I was recently unemployed due to some budget cuts, and I was trying to think of new things to do for my YouTube channel while I was searching for another job. And I kind of came up with an idea called slow jam recipes, where I take food stuff and I like turn it into like a slow jam the recipe. It's fucking what it says on the damn tin. So I found on Pinterest, yes, mail on Pinterest. Holy fuck! Everybody take a drink for that. And
Booty, just to make it official. Booty.
there it is. So I found a recipe for something called Oreo Nutella cheesecake. And it's exactly what it sounds. It was like a cheesecakey center, Oreo crust, chocolate Nutella topping. Oh my God, the heart. You can feel your heart screaming when you eat it. But goddamn, was it good.
Dip it in chocolate.
That's a viable option, actually.
Not dipping it in cheese. Come on.
No, you need to deep fry it first.
There you go. Yeah, deep fry that shit.
Put it on a
Priest,
stick.
anyone could like isolate the sound clips you're saying and put it out of order to make a porno.
Hey, so,
Daddy.
can I actually interlink? Can I interlink this question about consumables with Pony? By the way.
Yes, do it. Tell
Yes,
us
go
which
for
you
it.
consume.
All right, so I found this online several years ago for a beverage called a Nightmare Moon. It is 3 parts: 1/3 Bailey's, 1/3 Myers Dark Rum, and 1/3 Mocha Kahlua. It tastes like dark, rich chocolate milk, and you don't even realize it's fucking you up.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
That reminds me of the stuff that I drank at BabsCon, but that's for another time. Let's see. We're pretty behind, so let's see what we can do. Number 2, Goody, what would be your biggest or weirdest fear that you have?
Let's see. Probably spiders. When I was 6 years old, I was playing tag with some neighbor friends, and I did not notice until the last minute that the tree limb I ran under, connected to the tree itself, was reflecting in the sunlight on 4:30 on that spring afternoon, was a giant spider web that covered me from head to stomach.
Oh, you're scaring me.
Oh, it was bad. I screamed like the bitch that I still am today.
Oh,
It
you didn't
was-
don your new Spider-Man costume.
All right. Number 3. Why is bagged milk the best milk?
Probably because it's in Canada and they got like health insurance and shit. So that's my guess. I haven't had milk from a bag before, but you know,
It's garbage.
Probably good for a reason.
It's garbage, and anyone
Oh.
who drinks it is garbage.
It's fine. Number 4. What is that one annoying habit that either you have or that you just can't stand?
Hard to say because I'm usually a pretty chill guy. I think since we're just talking about, you know, all the stuff that I've been doing the past few years, I think it's me thinking back to some of the YouTube shit that I do. Okay, so this is kind of a silly pet peeve that has to do with YouTube stuff. When the first year I was going strong with my channel for the month of October, I did first part of Silent Ponyville.
Right.
And that story was written between seasons 1 and 2 of MLP. Excusez-moi.
Nice.
Now, back then, that show was, you know, there were a lot of interpretations for like fanfics and whatnot. And I decided, you know, since that's kind of the story that got me into, you know, that was actually one of the stories that got me full on into the fandom because, you know, crossover shit, and I always loved Silent Hill games.
Right.
We, I got my cast together. I got, you know, I got I Am Shadow to be my Pinkie Pie. I got Vanna Melons to be my, what was...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
She
man.
was the little sister, Bellamina. Back before, you know, Bellamina was now interpreted as Limestone Pie.
Right. No, that's cool. I just
Yeah,
Vanna does good work, so that name popped out to me.
Vanna did some really freaky death screams. Like, holy shit! It was really hard to choose her lines. Like, but I'm getting off topic.
Right.
So like I said, this fic was written between the 2 seasons, and around the time that I think chapter 5 was coming out, which is where all the big stuff with her past family, Pinkie's family reveal was coming out. The Christmas episode where Applejack and Pinkie went to Pinkie's family for Hearth's warming, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because I knew exactly what was going to come next. And goddamn was I right. So many comments, so often asking, "Did you know that Pinkie Pie and Octavia aren't sisters? Also, that one pony's name is Limestone Pie. Don't you even watch season 5? I'm like,
I feel that. I feel that.
So I had to
understand.
put a disclaimer from now on out saying, notice, this was written before season 2 was conceived.
Oh my God, I love it.
Did Solrak just join us? Like,
Like, so, Ashley H like posted up. We were hanging out one night, and I was telling her about this, and she went and posted that comment on my prologue for Silent Ponyville 4, and I was like, why? Why do you do this to me? So that's just something that springs to mind, I guess.
Oh, still cool though. Number 5, and then we'll move on to Latrius. What would be the theme song for your sex life?
Ooh, how do I pick just one? I have the band in mind, but it's
Oh,
picking
God.
one song from the band.
Well, first of all, what band?
Here Come the Mummies, my all-time favorite band.
Huh. That's a new one for
probably-
us.
Probably either, oh geez, I can't pick one from them. How about let's go with petting zoo.
Oh.
For now, let's go with petting zoo.
Perfect. Yes, good.
I'll
Good.
link it in the little chat here.
What I'm getting from this is that Goody likes that fuzzy booty.
That's a drink.
Yes, it is.
That's what you think.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, now moving on to Latrius. I'm going to see if Lila will help us here. Nope. Yes. Okay. That's not the picture I wanted. Okay.
No, I have a better one.
Which would you rather hug? Bat
I got
Pony,
you.
an original changeling, or Thing Pony?
This is a Thing Pony! And it is based on
Oh.
John Carpenter's The Thing, so I'm sure you appreciate such things.
Actually, I do, because this kind of reminds me of something that appeared in one of my recent Halloween readings. Kind of, just without the open chest is all. But
Aw.
let's see. It's kind of cute, but I kind of feel like she's a nibbler. So I'm gonna go with the Bat Pony, because my neck can take a little bit more damage than my entire being.
Well, there's also a possibility that if you hug the Bat Pony, you might get rabies.
Oh shit, that's true. Let's go with the Thing Pony. Thing Pony
Yay!
probably got.
Yeah.
Thing Pony probably only has HIV. I'm good to go with that.
Also, an orifice anywhere you want an orifice.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna noodle my padoodle all night with a. I don't know. Noodle my padoodle. There it is.
This is A for effort. All right, then. Since Thing Pony won, who is cuter, original changeling or a Bat Pony?
Probably a Bat Pony.
Sweet.
I like some of the darker themed stuff. I'm drinking. We're not keeping score, so whatever.
It's fine. Just go ahead and drink. We're gonna do it too. You still have an hour and a half, my friend. Get drunk.
I
Great.
know.
You are in a safe environment.
Sure. Okay.
Well, we're consensual at least.
Hmm.
Moving on. We have the other guy who has a question for you. How does this picture make you feel?
Unproductive, because it makes me think I need to get back to Silent Ponyville 4.
Yay!
Yeah, you scrub. Come on, man. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Tin Man
So
now.
many of these dark things aren't entirely even all that uncomfortable to me. I'm just like, it's creepy. I can do creepy.
See, that's the funny thing.
And then,
That
and
the
then I
more
think
we
creepy, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so behind on my editing.
Christ.
All right. Tin Man now has a question. What is your favorite headcanon from the show?
Ooh. Favorite head show. We only have 2 hours, don't we? Let's see here. Well, considering my bias with rarity, I do like that. Well, two things with her. One, it's great to see that she's a closet metalhead. That's kind of hot.
Mm.
And something that I'd always kind of pictured with rarity when I was, imagining the verse expanding, and something I always kind of saw in her character was growing growing in the sense of self, as well as your ambitions for getting what you want in life. She got her big store in Canada after a while, and I kind of related to that in a lot of ways, because because the industry that I'm in is one that you really struggle to get into, and you have to work your goddamn ass off and network like a mofo to get into it. And after working hard, I got into it. And that same goes for music. I practiced my ass off growing up, and I play in some pretty high up professional ensembles these days. And I kind of saw a lot of that in rarity as she's growing as a person, as well as eventually hitting that big mark of biggest city in the world, where she can run this stream of hers.
Cool. All right. Let's
When does-
see.
So when does she open the adult shop?
Enigma, please. Enigma, please. All right.
When?
Number 2. Do you even crotch boobs?
Do I even crotch boobs? I've gotten my experience with crotch boobs hanging out with my man Wooten.
Yee.
So
I
Wooten has crotch boobs. I will check this next time I see him.
Are you
You
sure
know-
you didn't mistake his balls for crotch boobs?
I don't know. I'll have to check, man.
I don't know, man. He's a.
Wait. So balls aren't man boobs?
What the fuck is going
They're
on?
round and bouncy and
Yeah, it cooks. And it cooks milk.
They're very
Yeah.
squishy.
Yeah. These are all the qualities of boobs.
So Wooten, if you're listening, take from this that the next time I see you, I'm going to have to check for crotch boobs to see if your testicles are boobs. Just because.
I know some of his patrons are watching this right now, so I'm pretty sure they'll relate it to him.
Please tell Wooten I'm coming for his testicles.
It's going to be an HRPC days.
None
it'll
of
be
those like
The Barcast, Goody, Wooten, it's going to get awkward.
It's none of this swiggity swooty. I'm coming from that booty. I guess it's esticles. I'm coming for your testicles. Like I don't even fucking know.
Mesticles?
Mesticles.
Mesticles, esticles. I'm coming for your
Yeah.
testicles.
Nobody
That sounds like a
Nobody
mesh.
looks at this laptop, so I'm just going to look up rhymes with testicles and see what I can come up with.
Go ahead. All right,
Word
that's all.
tentacles.
Tentacles. That's not even the same. That was okay.
Tentacles
Next.
and chemicals coming for them testicles.
All right, number 3. Bug ponies or gay deer?
Gay deer.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll admit.
okay.
I'm kind of
admit-
leaning towards gay deer.
Yeah, I kind of relate with them because their design did kind of grow on me.
Okay, Rav, you and I can go sit in a corner and talk about how great the bug ponies were then, okay?
Well, the bug
Okay.
ponies are good, but they're also dicks.
Yeah.
I know! Why do you think I like them?
What do you have against dicks?
Also, Pencil, don't you remember that conversation I brought with you saying that the reason they have holes in their legs is because they're anorexic, they're lacking love?
Yeah. Also, you can fuck them. So there you go.
Yeah. Fuck
You
their
per-
heartless hearts.
That is
Wait,
a
you
lot
will
of
purposely-
holes.
You will purposely starve a changeling just to fuck its holes?
Are you
met me,
kink,
right?
are you
Have
kink
met me?
shaming a non-pencil?
How dare you?
There is no kink shaming on this Christian podcast. I'm done.
No.
So-
I'm sorry. I can't do
No,
it. I can't do it.
Stop!
So-
Please.
So now the question is, if you fuck the changeling's holes, that's making love to it. So as you give it love, does the hole start to close in on you or something?
I wrote
Oh
a
my
story about
God.
this. I
Oh
wrote
my
a story
God.
about this.
Goody is thinking outside the fucking box that I did not think of.
So pencil, if you
I
want,
wrote a
if
story
you
about
want, I'll narrate that story.
You to ask Wooten already narrated that story. Well,
Oh, shit.
so almost like throwing up. It was the best thing.
It's called A Hole in One by a non-pencil. Go check it out.
Don't please.
No, do. I love it.
I
Peepa
just
Peepa
love-
Toads.
Just please don't.
Number 4. Goody, bird ponies or bat ponies?
Bats.
Ooh,
I like
good choice.
I like bats.
Number 5. What is your favorite human and Equestria fanfiction?
Thanks to the stuff I've done for Wooten's channel. So I edit the music for the majority of his Wooten's AIE fix because he knows I have a very extensive jazz collection.
Mm-hmm.
So I think since he typically picks like some of the best of the best, for I guess general quality, for general quality I've really liked Daring Douche. I'm
Okay.
working on that one. For comedy, he did one for Halloween with Luna trying to rape Anon. And,
Oh, that's Nebulous's story.
which I can't
I'm
remember what it
pretty
was
sure.
called. But that one, I gutted my sides into orbit laughing at some of the delivery in that one. It was fucking spot on.
Yeah. That's awesome,
And
dude.
for shitpost, and I mean absolute shitpost, I had a blast and 3/4. No, 3 full blasts and 4 and a half and an extra quarter. Fuck it. I had a lot of fun doing the Spooter fic.
The Spooter Cooter! Yeah!
Because he specifically requested that when he wanted in the web hole, he wanted a certain song from the Transformers movie from like 1988 or some shit.
That was a great recording, by the way. You guys did a great job with that.
It was magnificent.
Oh my. All right. Now we've got other questions. RK Striker JK5 asks, what is your favorite non-MLP franchise?
Ooh. So I think I'm gonna kind of drift into some of the video game world a little bit here.
Go for it.
I'm really big on Pokemon, Zelda, Mega Man for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
Show-wise, oh man, this next one's gonna be a fucking real test of character on this show. I can tell you right now. I've been into Steven Universe, but I wish that they wouldn't Cartoon Network it up every 6 months.
You're among friends here when you say that. So well said. Well said.
Yeah.
God, I'm so behind on Steven Universe. I need to catch up.
It's gotten good. Something that kind of pissed me off though when I was catching up.
No, don't. Careful. No spoilers, please.
I'm not going to spoil. But it's about how something was spoiled for me.
Oh.
So, the most recent bomb, if you will, had a particular reveal that was leading up to.
Another one.
Yes, and this spoiler came at like the end of an episode where certain characters like blurted out this reveal. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's the next episode. It's the next episode we learned this. Why would you do this? So that was planning on CN's part, I like to say.
I have protected Dear Priest from these spoilers, so I wish to continue to do so.
Oh yes, I do not spoil things. I aim my best to not spoil.
You're a good man. You can learn from this, Enigma.
I don't spoil anything. What the fuck
I haven't watched a single episode of season 8, and I already know a lot.
I ask if you've seen an episode, and then I decide not to divulge any information if you haven't.
Anyway, next question, gentlemen.
Goody, have you done any fan content for a non-MLP franchise?
Aside from creepypastas, not a whole lot on my channel really. I think the furthest I've tended to step away with my channel is in the form of either creepypastas, which I kind of blend all together with my stuff anyway, and or I'm just trying new stuff like with songs or, like I said, the slow jam recipe thing, live streams. Those are usually the furthest I tend to step away from pony because everybody gets ponied out sometimes. Sometimes I think the fandom itself gets a little ponied out. So the reason I like to do that is because I like to, show fans that we can have fun with a little bit more than just horsing around. And
wow, that pun.
Yeah, it had to be done. And rhymed.
Well, if you ever need help with SCP readings, I know a guy. He can help you. Anyway, we'll talk. We'll talk later. Anyway, number 3. Who shot JR? I don't know this reference.
Who the fuck is JR?
Right?
Junior? I'm going to Google this real quick. Who the fuck, with a capital fuck, is JR? Let's find out. First thing that comes up is ESPN Reddit, and then Urban Dictionary Fuckboy Jr. I'm not interested. I don't fucking know who JR is.
We'll move over this one. Give us more context next week. Now we're going to Midnight Chaos, who loves to review things. Number 1, do she gotta the booty?
I need another drink for this. Hold up. My drink is empty.
Oh no! We need
One
more
sec.
DiSerenade.
I need another drink.
I feel like he's taking shots out of his tuba, like he just inhales.
Well, since Goody has stepped away, we can take this opportunity, since we're just about halfway, to do the charity shout out. And this week we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of a song, I actually have a letter for you guys. We have a letter from Red Wings Horse Sanctuary themselves reading, Dear Barcast, thank you for sponsoring me. I have been at Red Wings Horse Sanctuary since November 26, 2003. I'm a Percheron draft, and the staff estimates I was born in 1991. I worked as a carriage horse in Santa Cruz, California for many years, shuttling happy tourists through town. I went to San Luis County to retire, but when my new owner came into hard times, they could not afford to feed me. I had nothing to eat when the grass dried up. When I was rescued, I was severely underweight, but I have gained 500 pounds and am now the proper weight for a draft horse. I'm a gentle giant and a visitor favorite. My herd mates and I live a tranquil life at Red Wings, and we have room to roam in a large pasture with plenty of food and carrots. And a friendly staff and volunteers to take care of us. None of this would be possible without sponsors like you viewers. We invite you to come to the ranch for a visit to see our facilities and meet some of the wonderful other horses that you help. Thank you for supporting us so that we can live in such a wonderful place. Friend of the Barcast, Big Mac.
You know, it's amazing that we paid for his education for him to write us back.
Right? So if you would like to help us help horse sanctuaries and help horse rescue, please take a moment to consider contributing to our Patreon. All of it goes to charity, just like all of our ad revenue on our videos, whether it be Screaming Closet, mugshots, the Shitfix, or the Barcast itself. And I believe you're back with a drink now, Goody.
So this podcast is about to get really interesting, you guys. So I was kind of scrambling to find something because I had the last of my DiSerenade. What better way to kick off this show? So I decided, you know what? Rumplemans and nothing else. Let's go.
All right. Do she got a de booty?
That's 2 drinks because you said it twice.
Fuck.
She do.
Good. Then, in the deepest voice you can you sing the song of the universe?
Let's see here. What's the song of the universe? Is this something specific or just what
I have no
think is
idea.
the song of the universe?
I thought the song of the universe was that song that Steven Universe's dad sang.
One second here.
Is that a spoiler?
No, it's like way back.
Oh. Okay.
One moment. I just need to find where this is located. I know you're pretending to be shy, but I see something naughty in your eyes. There's no shame in just being who you are. On the dance floor is a perfect place to start. It must be unfurled if you want to show the world. Let your freak flag fly. Let your freak flag fly. We're not here to judge you, we're just here to love you. I see no reason why you can't let your freak flag fly.
Nice. Let's see. Next one is get the whole cast sing the song that never ends. No. Number 5, Goody. What are you, gay?
Deep down, we're all a little gay, first of all.
Oh,
And
I feel that.
Speaking I'll answer the question. No, I am not. I know I act very flamboyant and outlandish at times, but I am not. But
Some
still,
of us-
we're all a little gay.
Yeah, but some of us aren't gay enough. Milk.
Wow. I don't support call out culture, Enigma. That's a subtle joke. Moving on. A Hawthorne Bunny now has questions for you. Goody, do you think that there are any dark fics that are just straight too dark? Like they push the line?
Honestly, well, for my standards, yes. I try to, well, I am very into, dark fics and stuff where, there's some kind of monster or someone's a psycho and they're trying to, just kill. But there are some places where I draw the line. Specifically, I do draw the line at rape because it's pretty taboo, even for the thing is, like, with creating content, it's almost risque enough that those of us who narrate, grimdarks and dark fics, do stuff where there's killing involved, especially with pastel cartoon horses and shit. But that said, it's a topic I just don't like to explore. Like, nothing ever happened to me, but I know plenty of people who, they can't tolerate that shit. And so that's just a personal preference taboo topic. And when it comes to finding certain content, in fact, one creepypasta I did, I actually just omitted something that was like a single line that was sexual because it was early on and I was like, no, I don't want to risk this. So it didn't change anything in the story itself, but just certain items like that, I like to watch out for stuff.
No, that's totally fair, especially if you're getting someone like a voice actress to join in and do some of those roles, like asking them to do things like that. That's a very uncomfortable thing, and it's probably best, especially if they've had a history, not to.
Yeah. Well, I have a little input on this. Did you know that during Portal 2, when you're down in the basement and everything, and you're trying to get back up, part of the recordings that they left out, they had the guy who was playing what's his face, the psychotic director,
Cave Johnson.
Yeah, he refused to do these certain lines because of the act of putting Caroline into GLaDOS actually sounded so much like a rape scene. He outright refused to do it.
No, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I can see that, considering the how psychologically tormented she was in that game. Yeah.
Say goodbye, Carolyn. Goodbye, Carolyn.
Goodbye, Carolyn. So the another fun little ditty. Lost and I have been friends for a few years, and there hasn't really been a whole lot we could do to make the other person squirm, because we both have a very high horror, dark stuff tolerance. But she got me this past Halloween with one of her Halloween readings, in which a person was like gouging out their own eye.
Oh.
I can't really do eye stuff. Like that scene in Dead Space 2, I was like, oh no, oh god. If any of you played Dead Space 2. So,
oh yeah.
You wouldn't be able to watch Dead Man Wonderland then.
Is that on Netflix? I think that's something I've seen before.
It's not.
It used to be a while back. If you go to kissanime.ru, you can watch it there.
That's a pirate site, Ravage. We're not pirates at the Barcast. You can get it on Crunchyroll. By the way, this episode's brought to you by Crunchyroll. No.
No. You would have watched the best anime. You can watch it.
Play me a shanty tune, Guti.
If you're listening, Crunchyroll, hit us up. Anyway.
Jesus, if you're listening, hit me up.
Okay, all right. Number 2. What is the most difficulty you've had with a fanfic reading?
Let's see. Let's think here. I think one of the toughest readings I ever had to do was one of the first ones I ended up doing during my first year on YouTube stuff. Twilight Sparkle gets a free salad.
Oh.
Holy shit, that reading was a trip. Because first of all, there are a whole lot of stories out there that can get me falling off my seat laughing. This was one of them, as was Naked Singularity. Both of those are on my channel, but I was thinking I'm gonna do something. Like I'm new to this YouTube game. I'm gonna do something crazy ambitious and put together this hour-long reading of this absolutely ridiculous story, which consists of Twilight Sparkle burning down a burger princess because she couldn't get a free salad. And then she breaks out of a maximum security prison in Canterlot. And that's just the general summary. This fic
And that's
was...
by the Aesthetic Bee, right?
Yes. Oh my god, he was one of my favorite writers when I was new to the fandom. And I think he was one of the only authors I think never really got back to me when I showed him, hey, I did this reading, what'd you think? And I was kind of low-key sad that I don't think he ever did.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just kind of drop off the face of the earth.
Yeah, and that's understandable. Sometimes you just gotta move on to other things, and that's all good. But I was like, oh, because the fun thing was I planned to do this like during February that year, which I was already posting up a video every week for Month of Love, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And the way that story worked was I was so busy that summer. I had work, and then I had the local municipal band to play in. And whenever I wasn't doing either of those things, I was editing this damn story. And I got it done the week before BronyCon 2015. And I was like, oh! I was actually working on that story for about probably 3 months or so to get everything right. I had so many VAs, so many different sound effects, and different like musics from all sorts of different corners of video games and ponies and classical music to swarm together into this magnum opus of comedy that I was trying to create. It was a lot of work, but I look back thinking I think I did pretty I don't like to toot my own horn a whole lot, but I think I did a pretty fucking phenomenal job actually getting that together. Because that's one of those stories where I think people would normally just quit after they have so many setbacks. But
hell yeah,
it's done. It's hilarious. The fun thing about that story, Aesthetic Bee, he also wrote a story called The Immortal Game, which is a Grimdark that features whose big bad is, hold your breaths, an Alicorn OC, but he's done very, very, very well. Because he was like the progenitor god of the world. And he actually makes a very like cameo appearance in Twilight Gets a Free Salad as the manager. And who else would voice that role but Ilya Leonov himself?
Holy shit.
And he knocked it out the park, of course.
Awesome. Let's see. The next question is, which pony fanfic would you like to see adapted into a movie or television show?
Ooh. I'm just a little bit biased, but I would love to see the Silent Ponyville series moved into like a full-on video game. I know there was work on that before, but
they tried. I know.
Yeah, they had cancellation after cancellation, and
I know. It looked so cool. The demo's fun.
What's that?
The demo was fun.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, this is another one I was thinking of. I'm sorry to have to say this, but it'd be cool to have. It'd be kind of cool to see Fall Equestrian made into like a little video game looking thing.
Yes. I think you just made like 10 people in the audience cream.
Probably. I don't like to say that so much because I think Fall Equestria is like, at this point in time, it's aged itself into overhype, in my opinion. But back when I first read it, I'm like, yeah, this is really great. But some folks today are just like, oh my god, it's still the best story in the whole fandom. I'm like, no, it's not. There's so many other creative things.
It's true.
Oh, it's the best. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
All right.
Enigma.
Don't
So
let Enigma
rude.
intimidate you.
No, let me.
We have a Patreon tier for beating him up. Not really, actually. Anyway.
Where do I submit my payment?
Wait, is it the new thing I purposely upset people just to
Twirl's
glitch
credit
me?
card between fingers.
All right, let's go to number 4. What is your most favorite and least favorite thing about the tuba?
Favorite thing is that we're like a proud warrior clan the way that we are. We have we're the best drinkers. Oh, also I was probably talking about the music part, shouldn't I? We roll together. Like people think, like you have folks like the trumpets or the horns or the flutes or things like, oh, well, we're some of the most important parts of the band, but they don't realize that we are the one controlling them. We're the one controlling their rhythm because they get so rambunctious, ready to just fly out the handle with their own tempo.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I almost got
See, that's what the percussionists are for. We're here to keep everyone in shit intact.
But I think the least favorite part is that we don't get a whole lot of melody love. So that's the thing. We always have our 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5.
I thought you were gonna say that your least favorite thing is that you get to blow into something phallic.
Well, what's really fun is following around people and going. That's always fun. When I was in marching band in college, I would follow around random people doing that. It was like, stop following me! And just going.
Now, can you do when the Barcast isn't home?
No! Stop it, Enigma! Bad! Alright. Number 5. Who is your favorite voice actor from anything?
Ooh. There are many people who I enjoy saying that for, but Crispin Freeman, easy answer.
Ooh.
Crispin fucking Freeman is the boy. I wish I could emulate a voice like his, especially let's see. I think it was a couple years ago when I was between jobs that I was watching Fate Zero. And he was voicing Kirei Kotomine, I think it was. And when he started talking and just like, planning his plan and all that shit, I was like, what's this? Oh, ooh, my totally straight heart is fluttering. Please keep talking. Please continue. He, so like, despite the fact that I am how low my regular voice is, I can't like I don't really sing with this voice like this low. I'm actually a tenor when I sing, and so getting down to I have to work a little bit to get to some of the lower registers, and even then it doesn't come out full voice. So when I hear people like Wooten and Ilya able to talk the way they are, I'm just like, I wish I could do that comfortably. I just have like that low resonance when they go in, because otherwise I start getting down into my sombra when I talk like this excessively.
Holy shit! You turned into Nathan Explosion.
Well, they have, like, I'm sure you practice too, but I mean, they all have so much practice. Like, you can't just whip it out and expect it to be impressive right off the. Never mind.
It's all good. It's something that we're all born with. Happens to the best of us. We didn't kill the London Philharmonic. He was already dead.
All right.
For you.
Oh God, we're getting death metal now. All right, Cannibal Corpse, go away. We have questions from Tony Montana. In your opinion, what makes this particular fandom stand out or unique?
Probably what made me feel so invited when like the pillars of acceptance and it was initially brought in as love and tolerance, etc. That made me feel kind of accepted, and it kind of gave everybody, at least towards the beginning, a lot more sense of welcomeness and openness and willing to make friendliness, and that was nice to see on the internet at the time. And
wow, I'm sorry, I'm in awe of that. I just want to resonate with that for a moment.
Yeah, it was like a demon was trying to escape him, but he inhaled it back in time.
It's like you didn't get enough of the low demon voice out earlier. It was like, nah, bitch, I'm coming out.
No, suck my willpower. You're not leaving me yet.
I apologize. Continue.
No, you're fine. We're just fucking about. What was I talking about? Oh, the fandom being as inviting as it was. So many places across the internet where there were fandoms. Everybody was just hating across, criticizing across, but it was 50% the welcoming people and 50% the outlet to allow me to explore my creativity again that I had talked about earlier with coming from out of college, because since Pony was a good outlet for that, as was Creepypasta, I kind of feel like that those are just even though that sometimes I like getting away from those two things at times, it's still good to maintain those as my channel's roots from where I began, because it's what reignited my passions.
Cool. All right. A couple off the wall questions now. Favorite musical?
Toss up. Ooh, toss up. I really dig Les Miserables.
Yes.
Also a fan of Monte Cristo. And by the way, not to put my nose in the air over this, but I knew about the put my adjust hipster glasses. I have known about the Monte Cristo musical before Inkpot started posting up their animatics.
Oh my God.
Adjust hipster glasses, and I've just because I love dark twisted shit, I've always liked Sweeney Todd.
Yes.
Always so much fun.
Can I point out how you're starting to sound a lot like the guy, Chris at Farms, the voice of the Mind of Freeman?
Wait, say that again?
He's he's making random ass references that don't make any sense to anyone but him because he's an enigma.
No, you're starting to sound like the voice of the guy who does the voice of Freeman in the YouTube series Mind of Freeman, or Freeman's Mind. I forgot the name.
Oh, I cannot say I've heard of that.
See? What did I fucking tell you, Enigma?
This happens every cast, Enigma.
Not everyone watches the same trash you do. Some of us have taste. We're talking about musicals. We are talking about culture, you sick swine.
Look it up, and you'll see that you sound kind of like him.
I'd rather talk about musicals. So, Les Mis, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Milk, don't encourage him, honey.
Since we're talking Les Mis, I think my favorite song. Well, okay, so when I was growing up, in the bands I was in, I think my favorite song was On My Own, but that's because the medley I played didn't have stars in it. So when I heard stars after going to Les Mis for the first time, I'm like, where the fuck has this song been all my life? So I said, fuck it, and I covered it. And it was amazingly fun to cover. Might get a little hate for this, but I do like how Russell Crowe sang it in the movie.
Oh, well, no, I mean, he's fine.
He wasn't the best in the movie, but He did his job as Javert, but I like some of the resonance of his voice. I don't quite like some of his technique. But I think some of my gripe comes from how Jean Valjean sang in that movie. I was like, stop. This isn't vibrato. This is tremolo, and it sounds.
Give me my Colm Wilkinson. That's all I have to say.
When I saw that movie, all I was thinking was, it's so nice of Wolverine not to shank everyone in that.
I'm sorry, Goody. Do we have to fight? Are you not a Colm Wilkinson fan?
No. I said nuts.
Yes. Okay. Thank God. Okay. We should move on before we talk about the
we have to move on. There are more questions than you need answers, so it must be, for so it is written. Sorry, I'm done.
Oh my God.
All right. We already kind of covered that your favorite artist is Here Come the Mummies. So what is your favorite song and or album?
Oh, fuck. God, I don't know, because it's all just perfectly lewd music set to hype jazz and ska and shit. Well, there's Petting Zoo, like I said earlier. I think Wooten and my's jam. Me and Wooten have the same feels about the jam. Freak Flag. He's in the chat. Wooten, please confirm that Freak Flag is our favorite song. Although I'm also quite partial to Kinda Lingers, but when they said it really fast, it sounds like Kinda Lingas.
Good.
Kinda Lingas.
Good.
Oh fuck. Yeah, Freak Flag probably is pretty damn good. God, there's so many options. Chat goers and fellow Bart and my dear interviewers, please look up this band, especially if you are lewd and like to party.
We prefer to be called drunks here.
All right, well, we will be sure. So in Vegas in a couple of weeks, I will introduce you to this glorious band, and it's going to be toasty.
Master of the house.
Oh.
What happened?
Did we lose our trumpet player, Soul Boy?
Trumpet? Okay,
What?
I'm not gonna get mad. We don't have time.
Blues boy. Did we lose our blues boy?
We don't have time. So what is
one cast more?
Okay, so Goody's dead. We've killed him. Everything's done. Everything is ruined. Goody, if you're there and you can hear us,
I'm here.
We couldn't hear you.
Oh, all right.
Okay, well, I think I get to actually alert myself this time, Priest. Don't I?
It's true.
It's time for questions with Vylon.
It's true. It's time for questions with Vylon. Vylon is being very kind to you today. Her first question, excuse me. How are you today?
I'm pretty groovy, I gotta say. Thank you for asking.
Wonderful. The next question is, if you were to look behind you right now, would you rather see a floating head or a headless body?
Oh, headless body.
Whose
Easy.
head would it be, though?
That's the whole point. Why I just want to see the headless body, especially if it's a Doulahan, because Doulahans are fucking awesome. So, like the headless horseman situation.
Yeah.
That's,
Celtic or Irish folklore.
I've always thought those were pretty fucking cool.
All right, now we're going to go to questions from Eighth, our favorite Australian.
Yes.
Can you please talk dirty to me and make some airplane noises?
Talk dirty to him.
Is this like a helicopter plane? Fucking.
You can do whatever you want with it. We've had people do like airplane actual sounds. We've had people sound like plane pilots, and we've had people call him Daddy. It's great. Kate Bug, yeah.
All right.
Daddy. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I love it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are now free to move about the captain. This is GutiuSerenade coming in here. We are going to be tonguing you something really fierce in the next couple of minutes here as we start landing in the Great Salt Lake City, if you know what I mean. And the nearby salt around the rim is probably where we're going to have a nice landing. The aeroplane blonde as tour is going to be consisting of being, let's see, hang on, almost it, and it's almost that. And okay, since you identify as an attack helicopter, we're going to say that you've been around the world from Chicago to New York. And, ooh, is that a landing pad I see?
Right on the landing strip.
Stay on target.
Oh my god, what just happened?
Please keep your seatbelts fastened, baby. You are now free to roam about the captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come.
Oh my god, what the fuck happened?
The time has come and we have arrived.
Anyway, so 8 says that's the most in-depth and longest by far. Congratulations, good job.
All right.
Yes.
Now we're
Hold
going to
this
go to a
bill
question.
honor.
We're going to go to a question from Luna Farrow. Luna, I see you out there in that chat. Thanks for joining us.
That's my boo.
Aww.
Ah.
Do you have anything you want to say to Luna?
Get back to work on your projects.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
Also,
Wow.
Also, there it is.
Ah.
The sound of an anus unpuckering. Anyway.
The next question. I have no clue if you've ever been asked this, Luna says, but why dark fix cat face? What attracts you personally to them?
I think the thing that attracts me to dark fix so much is the darker the story and the premise of the story is the more that's at stake for the characters with the goal, the more depth those characters have, the more that you see their struggle, you see more of who they are as they struggle to achieve what goal needs to be achieved in this story. So it's always nice to see, like, you know, characters develop like that, and like, you know, the odds are when the odds are against them.
All right. Cool. Nobody special now has questions. What is the perfect type of tornado?
I feel this is reference. I feel like there's some kind of reference here. I feel like I'm not gonna quite catch, but this type of tornado is one that doesn't destroy your house. I want to say. I say this is a Midwest lad, where they run rampant, especially around this the intro of spring and whatnot. So.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. And I'm prepping for something like that myself tonight. All right, number 2. What is your favorite type of sandwich?
Ooh, I do like a good tenderloin.
Ooh. I can definitely understand some tenderloins. I mean, sorry.
Oh
Luke's
no,
watching.
you continue. Oh, it's fine. She knows what I'm into.
Oh, all right.
Take pictures! Sorry, next.
How much is too much?
When you have to resort to the third safe word.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Kaiden now has questions for you.
The worst part is that the third safe word is usually in German, so.
Gesundheit.
All right.
All right, number 1. Chocolate milkshakes and fries complement each other very well. So,
Liar.
with that in mind, what food would best complement the taste of oral sex?
Semen.
Oh, that's some.
What?
That's
What,
some. That's.
You like the Navy?
Sure, they
Let's
can.
see.
Why not both?
What complements oral sex? I would say fried chicken, specifically Popeye's spicy seasoned fried chicken.
Because when I'm thinking oral sex, I'm thinking, oh, I gotta shove a drumstick up in there first.
Exactly.
The hot.
Priest,
the hot-
Priest, if you ever approach my vagina with a fucking chicken leg or some shit, I will punch you in the nuts repeatedly.
The hot grease makes the greatest lube.
God, chicken grease, no.
I just.
Okay, so first of all, I never said anything
I
about
just
putting
want
chicken
to buy
grease.
my biscuit.
I never said anything about putting chicken grease in a vagina.
Well, at least there's a bone in there.
By the way, vaginal chicken is my new
dead.
band name.
Vaginal chicken. Okay, Goody, there you go.
Will the chicken skin rip off and stay in the?
Wait,
Dark meat or white meat?
Wait, hold on. That's gotta be Milk. That's gotta be the title of the next sexy clock fic you write about Scootaloo. Vaginal chicken.
I'll narrate it.
No, we've gotta write this
okay, so
tonight.
if we
we've gotta write this tonight.
Can I put like a rain check on that for like tomorrow night or something?
Yes, do it.
I'm tempted to just
vaginal
go
chicken.
to Barcast, like the Barcast Discord, into the collab posting, and just have everyone go ham.
Oh fuck.
More like go chicken. Anyway, sorry.
Hey!
So
Can we move on? I've ruined everything.
Okay.
It's finger licking good.
I might live stream on my channel tomorrow. I will gladly read that shit.
Okay.
Thank you, Rick.
I exercise the demon again.
Number 2. What do you name your porn folder to hide it from prying eyes?
Hopes and dreams.
Are you saying you don't have a porn holder?
Is your porn folder full of nothing but
I'm sorry, that was a dark joke.
It's funny. It's funny. My recycling bin is actually named Hopes and Dreams. So
if someone opens it up, are they going to ask why you have pictures of naked skeletons?
I got a bone to pick with you. All right. Okay. All right. This is a ranking question. We're running short on time, so I'm going to move on.
go ahead.
Darkstone57 now has questions. Dear Goody Booty, taking the April Fool's special that you did with Scribbler into consideration, if you could swap bodies or take control of anybody's body for one day only, who would it be?
Ooh, probably a good toss-up again between Ilya, Wotan, and I guess you can toss narrator Pony into the mix too, because I've always wanted to be able to like channel that deep resonating bass tone that they can just do so easily. So and just do it comfortably. So I speak baritone as my voice cracks. I speak baritone bass range, sing tenor T2, but when it comes to like speaking low, it's not something I can just do unless I have a lot of focus to it.
Right.
Just real quick, because it's been a while. I would like to just say booty, rocking everywhere. Anyway.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
beer.
All right, Sunbro for Life now has some rapid fire questions.
Right.
Starting with number 1, what's your favorite video game?
Oh fuck. Well, currently on my I'm live streaming, not right now obviously, but over the past few weeks I've been live streaming Majora's Mask. Oh my god, I played the shit out of that game growing up, and I decided to pick it up a bit more for this. So I love that.
Okay, fair enough. The answer that we were looking for was Silent Hill, but that's acceptable.
Understandable.
Number 2, what's your favorite boss fight? To be clear, this isn't a fight with your boss. So.
Oh, all right. Duly noted. Something that always stuck out to me was one of the Dark Samus fights from Metroid Prime 2. But other than that, I've always been big on the Pyramid Head from Pyramid Head big encounter in Silent Hill 2. Just oof.
Yes.
Yeah. Since you mentioned Silent Hill and want me to talk about it, so
No, it's all good. We don't ask leading questions on the podcast. Number 3. Have you accepted Skeletor, the master of the universe, into your heart?
I don't like to be good. I like to be evil.
Okay.
Good God.
Curse you, He-Man! Alright, number 4. You are in itty-bitty Equin City. What business do you start?
What?
Are you okay? Are you alright? You're in Ponyville. That's
That's
the
it.
question.
We've
You're-
killed our
you're-
guest.
It was, are you in
Bitty,
Pony?
bitty
You were in Ponyville.
City. I don't know. I'd probably run the local radio station and play like non-top 40 horse shit. Horse shit.
So it's nothing but Sapphire Shores and what's her name? You may continue with questions.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Wow.
Thank you,
Thank
Nick.
you.
Thank you.
I couldn't remember.
Did you just have like a moment of self-awareness of your shit?
No, I couldn't remember the name of Applejack's childhood friend.
Let us move on, children.
Fuck, what was
You're
her
the
name?
one
Okay.
the one I dress up
Coloratura.
as.
Yeah, call her Chura. Yeah, she did the song. Okay, never mind. Moving on. All right, number 5. Do you even praise, bro?
I mean, talking the sun.
Yes.
Baby, I stand firm for my son.
Wonderful.
I put
What the shit?
I put on for my son.
You put out for your
Uh,
son?
I put on for my son.
That's better.
whoa!
Anyway!
Red! ASM Arsonist now has questions. Number 1. When did you start doing your signature squeaking sound?
I've been doing that since college, actually, for like the past like 8, 9 years. Probably, I've been doing that for like a decade now, actually, because it's like it's kind of like something you do with your embouchure to like to just put out a sound. But when you play it for so long, you can do this. You can fuck about with your mouth a little bit and just click. Just fuck about with it. It kind of just comes with playing for so long.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2. Speaking of playing, how long have you been playing the tuba?
20 years.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, no, I feel that. Let's see, number 3. Do you have a favorite Grimdark story?
It's the story that got me into really got me into writing works, and it is what got me started on wanting to do readings and stuff. So much so that's why I did it myself, because I wanted to be into the fandom. So I always loved psychological type horrors as well. So stuff that mind.
Right. Let's see, number 3. Do you have a favorite Grimdark story in particular?
Repeat answer, but I also really enjoyed Letter In, which is something I did this past October. It's gotten a lot of love, and it's attracted a lot of people who I question the minds of some days.
Yeah, I understand that.
One comment said, "This was scary. I'm telling my parents."
Oh my god.
I'm like, okay, well, you're about to lose your internet.
I don't know how I got the virus, Mom.
Oh, wouldn't want me to say Cupcake's intervention storm cloak. It's another shit post that we did on his channel before.
Nice. Number 4 is, when did you start voice acting in your readings?
I started VA stuff in like 2012. I started doing a lot of my own stuff in towards 15 when I started to kind of go solo with my channel, and because I was doing voice work ever since my college years, and I already had like a lot of knowledge and know-how from enunciating, articulating, pronunciation, all that stuff under the belt. So I thought, I'm gonna apply this knowledge that I went to school for 5 years for, and turn it into something I can work with. So.
All right. Number 5, pony horse or gay bears?
Fuck. Who asked that? I'm gonna
This
get
is
them.
ASM Arsonist.
I'm gonna get you for this.
Oh.
Pony horse is a changeling bitch. I hate pony horse. There's a reference here that I can link later if folks don't understand what I'm saying.
No, please, go ahead. Now we got 2 questions that are fielded from the chat real quick.
Gay bears seem pretty middle, though. So
nice.
Wait, isn't that you, Milk?
What?
Milk, aren't you a gay bear?
All right. Questions from the chat. If there was time, I was wondering if Gutiu would rather have sex with his mother and his girlfriend's body, or his girlfriend and his mother's body.
Blinks slowly 4 times.
Oh, priest, remind him that there's another option.
And here at the Barcast, killing yourself's always an option. Side note, don't actually kill yourself, because that's bad.
Oh, I'll put the bleach down then. Hold up. I would leave that up to her, I think. That's
up to her, up to your mom, or
no, the lady friend.
Ah, okay.
That's pretty messed up. It makes me think of that joke about Vin Diesel, where it's like Vin Diesel doesn't have sex with women. He doesn't use condoms. He puts his dick in one girl and uses her as a condom to fuck another one. So that's all that makes me think of that.
Okay. And the next question is, if Goody's OC featured as a lead role in an episode of MLP, what would the episode be about?
No, that gets in the OC territory. Oh, gross. Self-insert OCs. Probably someone with music. I don't know.
You only communicate with your tuba?
An episode entirely consisting of your OC turning back at the camera going, "Stop following me!"
Just be the guy who's just followed by Pinky on the tuba. Like, "Stop following me! I have a glandular problem."
So you're following a guy, and following you is a bunch of terror sprites.
Oh, Jesus. Sounds like my Saturday nights. I mean, what?
Speaking of Saturday nights, transitions, we're good at them. We have questions from Vandamoose, who says, "I hope you've had fun so far, my dear Goody Booty. Number 1 is, which house in... Oh, that's a drink, yeah. Which house in Small Horse Town is best house?"
Oh, Christ checks. House is best house. Probably a toss-up between... I don't know if you count Sugarcube Corner as a house. It's kind of just a bakery locale.
There's a house above it.
Yeah, it's true. I always found it kind of weird that, businesses double as houses.
Yeah, Rarity and Pinky live in their business houses.
Well, while you consider this, I just wanted to make note that Luna has a response to that question.
Kill myself?
Okay, but if I consent to you having sex with me in your mother's body, she has to deal with the after effects when we switch back, and I'm not doing that to her.
Fair enough.
That's all. We can move on now.
Great. I'd be happy to do that.
The next question strangely ties into that.
I think Rarity's house. I like purple, so.
Nice. Question number 2. How does one survive the Goody Booty? Drink.
Drink.
That's how you survive, by drinking?
Yes.
Actually, yes, that's a pretty good way of. You said you're good at transitions. That works really well.
Good answer! Priest, go.
Now, I'm 99% sure I get this reference, though I'm not familiar. So, this might be one for those out in the chat. Number 3, please answer this question as Ragnael.
Oh, God.
You find a deck of many things. What kind of mission? Huh?
Can I ask who asked that question?
This is Vandamoose.
Interesting. Okay, continue.
This an actual viewer. Like, whoa, hold on. Someone who
one of our
likes
regulars.
you.
One of our regulars.
Yes. People
Okay.
like you.
Read the question.
You find a deck of many things. What kind of mischief are you planning to do with it?
Okay, so some backstory for this. Ragnael is actually my one of my D&D Pathfinder characters for our campaign nights.
Champions of Nartor?
Yes, he's
Yes.
actually my lawful evil campaign. Probably the most intricate, most developed character I've ever conceived in anything I've ever fucking written. So, So he finds a deck of many things. That's a problem because that's some bad business. Okay, so he would get up. So if someone would say to him, "What kind of mischief and fun would he get into?" and his response would be, "Is this fun? I hate fun." To clarify on that little joke, we had a character once said he was going to pull a prank on one of the other characters. He said, "It'll be really fun," and him being a really serious character is like, "I hate fun." And back then, everybody just lost their shit with the way I delivered it. So
Nice.
I hate fun.
And if they want to check out Champions of Nartor, that's over on Wooten's channel, right?
Yep, every couple of weeks we try and stream.
I think you mispronounced it. I think you meant to say Champions of Naruto.
Oh my god, next question!
Oh my god! I will warn you! We have a guest! He is our friend with his friends! What is wrong with you? You get your weep ass!
Priest, next
I-
question.
Okay.
Can I subscribe? Can I subscribe to this Patreon yet? My credit card. I'm 6'9".
Number
Oh.
Number 4.
And I will just.
You would wreck him. Anyway, number 4. Which pony has best butt? Why is it pony horse?
God damn it! You got that bitch. Best butt is obviously fucking. I don't know who has the best butt on the main 6. Probably like the shy ones, like Twi or Flutters, right? That's usually how it works.
Probably. Yeah.
It's always the quiet ones to have the big booty. So
That would explain why her tail is always like dragging on the floor, because she's making sure that she covers her butt.
it's true. I can believe that.
All right. Number 5. What is your favorite drink?
Favorite drink. If I need some chalice of Serona on the rocks. And soda wise, Diet Mountain Dew. And those are some pretty good choices, I would say.
God. You mentioning Mountain Dew actually reminded me how Wooten ended up getting me stopped by TSA, but that's for a different day.
Oh my god!
He did too. I was there. It was terrifying.
Yeah, it was
I would
horrible.
love
It was
to hear
terrible.
the story down the line.
After the cast, we are running low.
If we have time afterward, I'll share it because I don't think I've ever shared it on the cast before. All right, number 6. Do you have the ability to do thing pwn? How would you do thing pwn?
How would I do thing pwn? Let's see. Let me take a look at this picture again real quick. There's thing pwn. Okay. So I would start by drawing a good amount of length up the right thigh, I would think, up around the lower part of the chest mouth, and start. Let's see here.
Are you saying you wouldn't start with their testicle boobs?
No, you need to tease them first, because that's the whole fucking point of foreplay, is teasing. So you bring a hand around the back, and start caressing one of those like back claws or whatever, and then you do the pterodactyl. You know what the pterodactyl is? It's when you slowly take both your hands behind the sheets, you lean back and stand up on your knees and go ah, 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 ah. And then at that point she leaves your room and never calls you again.
It's true, priest. If you try this, that's what will happen.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Next
I'd
question.
rather do the chicken first. Moving
Fuck
on.
off! Next question, bitch!
We're going to Wooten. Wooten now has questions asking, good sir, are you the yeast of thoughts and mind?
You stop this at once.
Okay. Stop this at once. Okay. Lord Azul now has questions. Are nose boobs inherently sexual?
Yeah, boobs. I mean, like your
Boobs.
Literally,
Like on the nose.
Yeah.
As in
Pony
nose.
nose boobs.
I thought we were adding on to shooting milk out
No.
your nose in a new
Yeah.
way, but
No, boop.
You said
Yeah.
boobs. I heard
we can do
boobs.
boobs. I heard boobs. I was thinking, all right, whatever. How do you breathe except by shooting out milk?
You stop that.
You stop this at once.
So the boob nipples double as nasal cavities directly to the lungs.
Their nipples.
Will you to the lungs? No. Okay.
All right, there, priest.
No.
Come out the butt.
Okay. We're going to move on to questions from Brian Reeds. Okay. This is probably my favorite question that I've seen in a while. What is your opinion of ponies with guns? Which has this wonderful little picture that says, ass right there, freeze hole.
What the fuck is that? I don't know, but I like it. I like it.
All right. What is your opinion of Spike?
He's come a long way with development. I thought he was gonna kind of just be a like useless side joke character when I first started watching the show, but it's interesting watching like what the show does to like develop him, because he has had a couple of good episodes here and there. When he has good episodes, they're pretty good. When he doesn't have good episodes, fucking make me want to cut my own throat open. But
I'd rather cut his.
yeah, true. Yeah, true.
All right. Brian Reeds also has, would you recommend watching MLP for those of us who listen to the cast but do not?
Run that by me again.
Would you recommend watching My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic to those of us who listen to the cast but don't watch the show?
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying when we first started the podcast, I kind of got into the show because it's it was I was in a situation where I was already writing stuff for classes and whatnot, and we get to create our own characters, create our own worlds and whatnot. and being able to convey that, and like being on the creator side is a whole completely new experience of being able to showcase something that you made from the deepest confines of your mind, and seeing the effort that's put into it, the growth over time, and the great aspect of people who've been drawn in from its influence. It's really a sight to behold. So if you have not watched the show yet, I definitely would say pull up Netflix, start up season 1, give it a try. Because like I was saying before, people make a big deal out of it because it must be good for a reason. So, yeah.
Cool. Final question we're going to take from Brian before we move on is, what is your opinion of the Barcast?
Oh my god, this has been a fucking blast.
Yay!
This has been really
Yay! We'll
fun. I know you
take
guys
that.
sometimes pull second interviews down the lines, so I would love to come back at some point.
Dude,
chill out and whatnot.
you're always going to be welcome. Like, we know that, like,
He was cool,
we,
dude.
we don't show up very much in the VA circles, but like we love all you guys. All of you
He was
guys are
cool.
awesome.
He was cool.
Everyone's
yeah.
cool.
That's
Except
fine.
Wooten. No, I mean, I'm joking.
What?
You bring the hot chicken grease, and we'll bring the bagooter.
Oh my god.
If you offer my vagina to any guest ever again, Enigma, I will cut you while you sleep in the hotel room in Vegas. That is all.
No, I thought he volunteered mine.
Oh, that's fine then.
All right.
Like I said, it's got to be that spicy type. So
Nani?
But I had like this I said before, I said this before we went on air, but as busy as my schedule is, I don't always have the opportunity to reach out to folks outside of the regular readers group and some of the VA groups, because I'm always juggling so much shit in my life. But it's always fun to kind of reach out and meet new folks and kind of learn what everybody's all about, because I like to bounce around different circles to meet new folks, and I had a lot of fun tonight.
Awesome, man. The final question we're going to take from the thread is from Mobile Sam, who asks, "How do you feel about sweet potato fries?"
Not really my thing, to be honest. Is that like? I'm trying to think. They're like.
They're lies.
Yeah, I think I've tried them a few times. Not exactly my thing. So I don't know.
You should always stick them up your anus.
That's true. They also fit pretty well with that fried chicken in the veg. You know what I'm saying? So we can just
God damn it.
add some of that sweet and sour sauce, baby.
Oh,
With
God.
or
No.
without ketchup.
Oh.
Now that said, to conclude a little bit of business, I do know that in a couple of weeks, you are going to be down at High Roller PonyCon, doing some awesome stuff. You're a community guest there, as are we. So we're going to meet up. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a good time. What can people who are going to HRPC expect if they want to see you? They want to see the cool stuff you're doing, panels. What's the cool stuff you're doing at HRPC?
Well, I'm going to be on a couple panels. Magpie's going. She's having Pinky Tails there. If I've known the way she's handled that panel in the past, she's going to have me do my freak out narration and storm off. Funny thing, at BronyCon, I was trying to storm out of a locked door, which was very awkward. Lost is having 2 different panels for movies and pony voices. I'm going to be on the 18+ one. I'm sure we're gonna have a meetup at some point, and I actually got an email. I just remembered. I got an email last week saying that we suddenly had approval for a panel that I signed up for that was initially turned down, called Princess Celestia's Story 10.
Oh my god!
It's basically going to be me and some of the narrators that are going reading horrendously written fanfics.
We are doing the same panel.
We're doing the exact same
We're doing
thing.
the exact same
Oh
panel.
my god, for real?
Cracking up on Crackfix.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
that, and as well, we're going to be doing a live Barcast interview with a Brony Fandom musician by the name of Wootmaster, who also created the OC Tracy Cage.
I love him.
He's really fucking awesome. And if any of those things sound awesome to you guys, you can get some extra money off. There's still time. You can get tickets to High Roller PonyCon at the Renaissance in Las Vegas on the weekend of June 1st, 2nd, and May 31st. You can use our discount code HRPC Barcast, or I think Goody even has his own discount code if you want to share that one.
Serenade HRPC is mine.
Ooh, yes. So you can hang out with all of us. We'll make it Barcast Con. Don't tell them, or else we'll get banned. It'll be great. We hope to see you guys there. Now we do have a little bit of extra time. Quickly,
Do it.
before I tell the TSA story, Goody, how can people keep in touch with you? Check out cool projects that you've got coming up. How can they keep in touch with you after this cast?
Well, there's always the sexy subscriber button, but you know how YouTube is these days.
Yeah. They gotta ring the bell.
Yeah, they gotta ring that bell. You can ring my bell. I do most of my communication through my updates, my time on Twitter. That's where I do most of my like quick little things. At this weekend, there's gonna be a slight delay on it. It's usually the best way.
One moment, Goody. One moment, Goody. You're going robot on us.
You got a glitchy Goody booty. Ruh-roh.
And then Goody died.
Testing again. Can you hear me better?
Yes, much better.
Okay.
We thought you went back to your home planet.
I must go. My booties need me. Drink.
Shit.
So, like I said, I do most of my communication and updating on Twitter. I see things like it might be a project delay, or I'm saying, hey, this is coming up this weekend, so on and so forth. Can I mention if I might make mention of a little special thing I'm doing in the future?
Yes.
Go for it, please.
So I'm coming close to 15K, but there's a good chance I may not have the special complete by the time I do hit that number. But if you are familiar with the band Starbomb,
yes,
I am doing. When I first hit 1K, I did a parody with Wooten. We both simultaneously climaxed at 1,000 subscribers together, and we did a parody of the first Zelda one that they did, where Wooten's trying to get me to read a Klopfic. It's actually it was a lot of fun to put together. For this one, I know I talked about Fall Equestria being a tad bit overrated over this podcast, but I'm doing a thing called the simple plot of Fallout Equestria, and I'm bringing in another slew of VAs for that. And when I have that all together, I think it's going to be I think it's going to come together really well. Don't know when it's going to be all together yet, but probably not when I hit that number. So aside from that, look forward to Silent Pony Go Fort Chapter 2. Hey!
Hey!
those are my plugs. Those are my whoring plugs.
Hell yeah, dude. That said, that is all of the 2-hour time that we have. So thank you so much, Goody, for coming on and spending time with us. You're such a cool dude, and we wanted to have you on way earlier than this. But just scheduling things, and thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad you guys had me on. And hope to be back again in the future. This is a blast getting to kind of shoot the shit with y'all.
Hell yeah!
We do it all for the Goody Booty. So
it's true.
That's a drink. That's another drink.
Yeah.
And now the pressure's on you guys out in the listening audience. Do you guys have people from the Pony Fandom you want to see? Do you want to see Vanamelon? Do you want to see Tara Strong? Do you want to see No Whacking? I don't know, man. I don't know if we can get them, but you can request them. Request them out in our thread on Fanfiction, and we'll try to make them miserable. It'll be great. But
And
until
remember
next
to,
week.
Wait, and remember to follow us on YouTube, on Fiction, on Twitter, and donate to our Patreon. Blah 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 blah. Alex has the links in the chat. We're good. Go.
Is there a tier for beating the shit out of people, like we talked about?
Yes. There is.
Where's my credit card?
But until next week, everyone, I would say who we have next week, but I forgot. So, professional. Your bartenders for this evening have been a non-pencil.
Fried chicken in my vagina.
Oh, right, we have Vinyl Tastic, one of the admins of HOPC.
Coffee fucked that up.
Don't mind me. We're so bad. We're never going to be asked back to HRPC. Hopefully Everfree Northwest wants us.
Read
so
us out,
fired,
honey.
man.
Read us out.
We have bear milk.
Pass me the chicken, please.
No.
Enigmatic Otaku.
Its finger looking good.
Ravage.
I'm playing with my Darth Vader.
Oh, God, what?
Of course, we have our wonderful guest, GutiuSerenade.
I'd take mine with honey mustard.
My name is Shoe in Mouth. See you next week. And cut. Okay, but we're actually leaving the stream running. This is Pillow Talk. We're going to experiment a little because I have a story about the TSA and Wooten that I need to share, and I think everyone needs to hear it. So this won't go on iTunes, but it will be on YouTube and all that. So I think this is running about...
Important thing I actually need to say, Patreon related. To the 2 people who have donated to the pencils, like, insulting singing tier, where I basically sing a song telling you that you're shit, I will get to that. You will get that reward. I just need to know who the fuck you are. And so, what name I should call you. Let us know in the Discord, and I will absolutely still sing your lack of praises. That's all.
It won't be kinky. It'll probably be kinky. Anyway, so I love Wooten. I love Wooten to death. I think this is BronyCon 2015? 2016? 2015. Pencil, you tell me.
Okay, that's 2015 is when I went.
15 maybe.
Remember a lot of weird shit went down at 15, I recall.
I think it's 15.
Because that was the year that Wooten, his
was
credit
firmly
card
grasped.
got messed up.
That was firmly grasp it, I remember.
Yeah, that was the year I
Yes.
forced him to dance for me for money.
Yeah, and we bought him a fuck ton of candy and food, and we got him and Roy and Kate Bug in our room and did weird things, and it was great.
I handcuffed you guys together in my bed. It was great. Anyway.
It was. And dog shots. But anyway, not the point. We're getting ready to go, and I'll spare a shit ton of details for the sake of time, but let's say it's emotional. It's focused. It's a very serious moment.
Mm-hmm. It was emotional between us. We were saying goodbye.
Yeah.
And you were free to.
It was in the early part of our relationship, me and Pencils.
Yeah, it was.
And
time
was sparse. I needed to hit a plane.
And Priest, do you want to add in anything else about why you were nervous, or no?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know what else. I was. Unless you want to share things.
I'm okay with. No. I was just thinking of the other thing you were nervous about. That's really kind of hilarious and uncomfortable. Like, not emotional and sad.
Oh, right. Okay. No, we're fine without that.
Okay.
Awkward. Everyone's just like, what is it? What was it? Anyway,
I don't mind at all.
Anyway, TSA pulls me aside, holding my backpack, and goes, "Sir, you have illegal items in your backpack." And I go, "Oh, okay."
And I'm through
So
security.
I'm sweating bullets. Yeah, no, it was like wearing a bulletproof vest security guard. And I'm sitting here like freaking out, like, what did I leave a pocket knife in? Like, is it the badges that they're pointing and I could stab someone with a fucking cadence badge? Like, how does this work?
And I'm pale. No, I'm pale looking at him like through security, and he's looking back at me, and he's like, something horrible just happened. I'm like, oh god.
And he starts unzipping my backpack, one zipper at a time. And then the final thing he pulls out, he sighs, and he pulls out 2 extra long Mountain Dew bottles and goes, "Sir, you cannot have these." 2 hours earlier, Wooten came by with these massive, I think he called it the mare cum.
Oh.
He goes, "Here, drink some mare cum." I go, "Oh, thank you." And I was totally intending to drink it later on, just like I hadn't had my thought on it. So here I was, and TSA is just like, "Sir, you can't have this." And I go, "Oh, you can keep the mare cum."
Did you actually say mare cum?
Yes.
And then suddenly my eyes just open and I realize what I said. And the
I'm
TSA
shaking.
man, this tall, bulletproof vest man, just goes, "Okay."
Was this the same Maricum stuff that we tried at Babs?
No, this is just
No,
normal
different.
Mountain Dew. Unopened bottles of Mountain Dew.
Oh my god.
You call
Okay,
it
so
Maricum?
I have 2 questions now. I
Go
have
on.
2 questions now. First of all, actually that's not really a question. I just want to say that I remember Wooten telling me, I think he mentioned this to me before. Secondly, pardonnez-moi, but Maricum, like, is this like jungle juice or some shit?
Yes.
I knew it. Jungle Juice always has some weird ass name at these rate of cons. Well, actually, at BabsCon, the /MLP HTC party, they had this drink called Maricum that was basically like pina coladas, but like in a freezy, and it was delicious.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it just looked like just like white semen in a cup, but it was delicious.
So it's kind of like a
Man.
slushy, almost like a slush kind of situation.
Yeah, it was like a slush.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
It had like a bit of an apple-y. Did it have whiskey in it?
No, I think it had coconut rum.
It had
Yeah.
something in there.
This is gonna sound rather noobish of me to say, but I've always hoping to kind of get a little closer to /MLP kin because they always seem like cool folks. So
Well, that's our cast for today.
so
Oh God,
I hear we're really. I mean, I hear they're really nice. Yeah.
they're nice people.
I've met some. They can be hit or miss. Some of the folks I've met before, but they're
Totally. I mean, only degenerates hang out on, /MLP, which is why
It's
I
true.
go there every day.
And they keep trying to do podcasts. I mean, actually, I should take that back. There's like 4 /MLP podcasts, and they
It's
might
true.
think, "Oh, we're talking about them.
We're
We're
not
talking
trying to
about us."
I like them.
I can
Anyway.
I can
Alice
scoot
got the
away
picture.
from that if you need me to.
Alex got the
Like I
picture of
said,
us drinking-
I might sound kind of noobish, so whatever, man.
No, you're fine.
fine. You're
Alex
fine.
got the picture of us drinking the Maricum.
It's true. All right. Do we got anything else we need to add, or are we ready to kill this pig?
I think Milk, do you want to kill the pig? Milk, is it time to
We're-
kill the pig?
Milk, we're gonna hand you this fried chicken. You're gonna stick it up the pig.
Now that'll give.
There you go. That's enough of that.
Give you a heart attack.
That's enough of that.
Smells
Okay.
like pork.